little jealous.
I'm waiting for a little jealous. I'm waiting for. So I signed up with the purveyors last week, and I'm going with Chef's Warehouse, which you're aware of, and only because I called Cisco. Cisco goes, we don't do the specialty anymore. Like, you know how they used to just send out, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 cases or some shit?
Yeah.
No mas, you need 30 box minimum.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, that's not a thing. So
I'm
I called
like, yeah,
Driscoll.
dog, not yet.
Not yet. I called
Right.
Driscoll. Same thing, 22 box minimum at the least. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. Are you crazy? What happened to I just have to have like $300 or some shit? Yeah, no mas. So I went with Chef Warehouse only because they have the noodles that I'm using.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you right now, Sean. So while we're kind of,
All right.
this is very exciting. I haven't seen you in like forever. What is this situation? What is this?
Man, you know what? This is rebirth, man. Like I took it all down. It's all growing back. Yeah.
Yeah, see that. Yeah. It looks very nice, by the way. It looks dashing.
Happy daddy mistakes, you know?
Oh, okay.
You get a little overzealous with your own clippers, and it's like, well, we taking this back to preteen, and we got the glow back up.
Okay. So check this out. So I'm going with Sun Noodle Company. It's the standard for the noodles, and almost like my name, where I got my name from, Timomi noodles just means handmade. Like like if you took noodles and you just squashed them, it has like that texture. It's supposed to drag the soup a little better when you're slurping for the noodles. But this is the stuff right here, and that's how I came up with my name too, by the way, Sean. So I was, again, I haven't spoken to you like forever, right? So I was like, noodles.com. Yeah, taken. Ramen.com.
Noodles.com. Taken. Casey, you thought you were going to get noodles.com in 2022.
Oh, okay. I was just like, okay, anything other Japanese or like even Chinese ones, nothing. Ramen, nothing, right? But I've always wanted this other one called kansui, which is the alkaline process to make the noodles. I could buy it for $47,000 if I wanted to.
You know what?
First big purchase later on, right? I was like, this is mine now. This is
for the big rebrand in 2032.
Yeah.
That's right. You've opened your 15th restaurant, and you're like, now's the time.
Yes. Funny you mentioned that. I think even though in jest, like I want to branch out at least to 2 or 3 restaurants. That's it. I don't want it to become like a big chain. Like I want it to manage just that amount of people, you know, just the 3 locations, doesn't matter where it is, and like be its own ecosystem. So it won't be just like my stuff. Like whoever I partner with, like, yo, make some ramens at your own discretion. But I have my stuff, obviously. But make up your own kind of special, and then this will live in this location. That way, it's like a destination kind of thing. Like you go over to Casey's second location, you can only get this fucking ramen there. At the third location, only this specific thing, etc. But that's it. Three stores. This is the future for me. But how are you doing, man? I haven't. What's up, bro?
I am doing good. I am just so happy to like see my friend. Yeah. I was looking like, like I you know, you don't break the fourth wall, but like you know, we record these over Facebook, and I don't use Facebook other than to do this.
For real,
so like
same.
when I log in and then I see like the last message from Casey was like from a month ago, I'm like, damn, has it really been a month since I've seen you?
Yeah, it's go fast.
I mean, we you know, we chat back and forth, you know, keep abreast of some stuff, but I was like, damn, it's really been a month. So I'm good, but I'm happy to see you.
Yeah, man. Likewise, dude. I keep talking about you at the at my other endeavors. It's like, yo, you guys should meet Sean. They're like, who the hell is Sean? Why you keep talking? It's like Sean is my other person. Okay, just to let you guys know, he's real. It's like, yo, that pretend
I'm
somebody.
just your Tyler Durden Fight Club cook. I don't exist. And you're gonna find out, Casey, at the end of all of this, you've got like hundreds of hours of mono audio because you have been talking to yourself.
Nice. Right at the end, as they pan out, it's just you.
They pan out, right? It's just you, right? No webcam. Caitlin's left.
Wow. Right. Yo, there's so many things, man. I really want to see this Batman movie, only because I know it's like such a quick tangent, but like it feels like it's the psycho Bruce that it's portrayed in the comics. Like, cause he's a psycho. Like, he really is. You know, he's a little messed up in the head, and I think they portrayed him pretty well in this one, which I'm really excited to see. But like, I don't know if I'll have time now.
You know what?
Ever?
All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this live on our show or pre-recorded. You need to tell me when you're gonna go see this, and I will come find you, and we will go see this because I also want to see the Batman movie, and have not like I don't say the inspiration to like just go to the theaters. I'm just like, man, it'll be on HBO Max Plus extra.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm just like, should I just wait?
Or other soon.
Because like I can enjoy this in my own time, but like you skip on the whole movie experience. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't even seen any of the Spider-Man ones. Like from since the Thanos one. Which one was that? The
oh wow. Okay, so the last one you saw was like Endgame. So
Endgame, Endgame. Thank you.
Did you see?
There's quite a
saw
bit.
Shang-Chi, right?
I saw Shang-Chi. I'm sorry, I forgot. I saw that one. Delightful. Quite amazing.
Yeah, that was the last Marvel movie I saw. I didn't see Eternals. I didn't see the most recent Spider-Man.
I haven't seen any of the Spider-Mans.
I think, was there anything else that came out in between that? I don't think so.
But I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, dude. Being an owner is quite a tall task. And you know what's crazy? So I've been talking to my main owner of the restaurant that I'm building, right? He's like, look, listen, I don't want to scare you or anything, but just like keep a really tight record of what you purchase. Just the stupid in case you get audited. And everybody gets audited at some point. It doesn't matter what it is. Because they want to make sure, the IRS make sure that you have a business, etc. And you're not just going to write all this bullshit off for no apparent reason. So just keep a tight lid on everything. I was like, oh great. No, let me just freak out in my brain. But I think I got it down. I think we'll see. I'm down like $4,000 already, John, without having to do anything just of yet. That's not that much, comparing to what he put down. Or any, if you opened your own brick and mortar, you'd be already down hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. You kind of, get into kind of boost on the shoulders of existing establishment is a place to kind of go from.
Yeah.
You still have to like market yourself and, have a compelling product and consistent that people are going to want to come to you for. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
that's like, this is one revelation that just happened like today. Literally, when I opened up Facebook, I just realized that to do marketing, Facebook has like the best outreach for all of this. And I have to reinstall Facebook, or rather on my computer to do Facebook just to market. So it goes into Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I thought I quit this like 2-3 years ago already.
Oh no, you're back in, man. You're back in. And now, you know what? Honestly, you just left a tutorial and now you're really in the main game of Facebook, which is selling products to people and making sure that your products, jingle jangle with their algorithms and find the right folks in your area that would be interested in your wares.
Yo, how is work for you right now? Like, is it crazy with your with the distributor stuff?
I'm trying to wonder what I can get into on this. I will say that work has been interesting for a variety of different reasons. There have been some like really big developments at work. I don't just talking like some vagaries.
Yeah. I got you.
I will say that there have been some big changes at work. My day-to-day hasn't changed ultimately that much. But I will say that I have a very good like direct management chain. So in the midst of all these like changes that are happening at work, they're kind of giving us the opportunity to kind of stretch and grow and do some things to kind of like level up in addition to the things that like we're normally tasked with doing. And I know this sounds really vague, but I just want to like, say that things are good in the midst of like some really interesting developments. And I feel like anyone who's like really interested in what's going on with like my company could probably read a press release or two about, some things that happened in the last month or so. But things look good and promising, and
Do you feel good being in the company? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yes, I do. Like I think the product that we make and will continue to make and provide is like really awesome and solves like a lot of problems, or rather like has some like really interesting solutions, especially for like a business like yourself, or what I would imagine your business will kind of like grow into in the coming years. And then again, for me personally, like every day is an opportunity to kind of like learn and like prove myself. And like I said, like my direct management chain is like really, really good about providing these like level up opportunities. Like it's like, hey, like what would you like to do beyond this? Like how can you get yourself there, and like how can we do that while you're doing what you're currently doing, So again, that's like super, super important. And to kind of bring it back to like the restaurant, it just would be like, hey, if you're like a fry cook, right, and you're looking down the line and be like, hey, no, I'd love to like learn how to saute, like I'd love to learn how like oven steam works. I'd love to learn how to expo, or like like how can we find ways for you to do what you're currently doing, but also like gradually give you some different responsibilities and see where that takes you. Prove yourself. Maybe you step over there and you realize like, it's not for me, or you realize, wow, this is actually what I want to do. And now the conversations start to happen. Like how do we do this? Where can we do this? Is it here? Is it somewhere else? Like how do we make it happen? So I would say for myself, it was interesting timing for like things to happen broader at the company, and and also like personally for myself, and maybe for some of like my direct teammates. I think like it's a pretty good time to be working where we're working. Good. And like I say, I'm sorry, I'm talking in like vagary.
No. You have to.
Vague, but I feel you. Just got
Yeah. That NDA wall is pretty huge on that side.
Yeah, not NDA, but like I said,
no, I'm just
I don't
want
to talk above my responsibility level about stuff that happens at the place that I work at. I feel you. But I feel like, hey, if you're interested, there are press releases that have gone out, and you can draw your own hopefully positive conclusions about all of that. But I will say personally today, good time.
Good. Yeah. Good. Who would have thought, huh? It's let's just kind of go into cloud kitchen mode, or you go into a slightly different direction. But like at every dude, there was one time I think it was like last week Saturday. I'm not trying to trash my owner, okay? But the dude is very messy when he cooks. Messy. Okay, I can't stand it. I'm not a messy cook at all. Like I am freaking neat.
No. Casey is not a messy cook. I can attest for that.
It's just like we have Parmesan cheese, we have cheddar cheese, we have the spices and shit. When this dude grabs something, it's just like literally every the fuck where, right? And I often cook right beside him, and I'm like half expoing and then plating, and we send out the food. But I'm just like, every time I look at his side, he's by the stove pretty much in the corner. Every time I look, the floor has full of oil. There's like shit everywhere. I cannot stand it. So like, and here's the worst part. I am now used to it. I'm just overlooking it. I can't. I cannot.
Relationship, my man. So let me ask you. All right, let me let me ask. Does your chef does he stay behind to clean up at the end of the night?
No.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, then I understand. I was because I was like, if you had to like clean up after yourself, I'm sure you would start to build in,
correct,
habits into your routine, so that you're not wasting time.
And that's what I want to kind of get into. Like, is habit good, right? So in TikTok, there's this and I keep mentioning TikTok because it's where I spend a lot of my time in. But like all the discussions revolving around culinary is like habits from the past. So let give you a little bit of perspective. So salted seawater to boil your pasta. Are you pro or against it?
I would say I am pro, but again, that's just the habit, in the way that I was taught.
Correct, right? So you are taught that, you've seen that on TV and such, right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to bring awareness that if your pasta has like some kind of filling, usually have cheese and it's seasoned, that's has a salt already, right? And then we're gonna salt the fuck out of the boiling water because that's what we're taught. That's gonna suck up on the pasta 2 times on the salt already. Your sauce, which will already come seasoned, or however it should taste, is already salty. And then when we finish, we usually don't use cheese or whatever, or sometimes just a little bit. But like imagine on the customer side, they were like, "Hey, do we have Parmesan cheese?" They would add some more cheese to it. So what would happen? It would actually be over salted, like it will be over seasoned. So I keep explaining like, "Hey, I am team no season until the very last minute." But I think people are miscuing that like I don't season on the steps to go about it. But like you nowadays as a cook for doing this for so long, you have to be mindful of the overall experience. It can't be just that one thing and not just the habit of doing it for whatever we've learned it for XYZ, whatever, right? And people are losing their shit, Sean, losing their shit, and rightfully so. And I understand it. I'm the same team, but I'm just like, let's take it into perspective. This is like how I start my videos. Let's take it to perspective. XYZ, it should equal this, right? But if one thing is overly salty, it will be salty. But they're like, no, you're wrong. I don't care if you've been doing this for 21 fucking years, etc. Blah blah blah. I'm like, well, did we at least have a conversation about it? And that's. I am now filling into that role where I'm a little less salty, sort of. Salty in terms of comments.
So yeah, I see what you did there.
And pettiness. Yeah, thank you. That was my one time. And then just going about things in that perspective. Because like, no, if it's your restaurant and you want to cook it that way, that's all the fuck you want. Okay, cool. That's you. It's your restaurant. It is whatever your process is. That is you. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. I'm not gonna tell you how to cook in your own restaurant. However, if it's on my end, I'm gonna tell you how I cook on my restaurant, and people can't get that. I
feel I definitely feel you. And I feel like ultimately, right, like your customers will let you know where you should land, right? Because like,
there we go.
Person A walks into Casey's ramen shop, and is now enjoying, a ramen bowl that has not been overly salted, in the feedback that they give you, or their continued patronage is going to let you know that you're on the right wave, right? Like how they come in, the expectation they have walking in and out of your space is going to be different than, at ramen shop B down the road or the next town over, right? Like if you're consistent and it's good, I think it's fine. Yeah. And again, it's like there's like so many different reasons why like things had to be the way that they were, and like all these new processes, like you said, that like kind of mitigate having to do things the way that they used to be, right? It's like, look, if you like restaurateur can like, if you're not building your sauces yourself, but are finding like sauces that are built in, I would say like not aggressively salty or salty to your liking, then you can build your dishes based upon that, right? Like that's work that was done consistently by someone else that like enhances your product, right? Yeah, I don't see why this would be an issue. The only issue that I see is like, look, if you decide like, hey, you want to, keep your water unsalted, and people are drinking, and consuming your food and not coming back or telling you that it's wrong, and then you refuse to do anything about that, well, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like a reflection of yourself, kind of. So I think people are seeing that and just like, oh, maybe I am the salty one, But like sometimes there's this, okay, I had a back and forth with this one person, which he misunderstood the entire conversation, right? So there's this thing called stitches where you can take the other person's video that they did it on and I stitch it to give my own perspective. So when I did the whole thing, I said, team, no salt until the very last minute. In regards to the pasta water on the first stitch, right? But this person just literally misunderstood it as I don't season every step of the way. And that's not, I'm teaching the wrong thing. And I'm like going back and forth. It's like, what? I don't understand what you're misunderstanding. It's about the pasta water. Why we keep on doing I don't season every step of the way. I even told him I season every step of the way. So I don't do the water with salt. So it doesn't be overly salty. Dude, the guy just keeps hammering down. So I think the second day I'm just like, I'm not gonna waste any more energy.
I'm not on TikTok. Aside from when like you were sending me updates about your current goings and comings and whatnot. Like I'm not on that platform, but it's very, very interesting that like a community would embrace a fundamentally flawed way to communicate. Like it's like literally like what you telling me is like, I am going to share this video that by default is out of context.
Yes.
Like it's stitched, right? Like it's just like there was this whole body of work. It was a whole idea or concept initially that was put out there, right or wrong, right? And then everyone else is like, all right, cool, we're gonna have splinter conversations based upon the stitched out part that I want to make my argument about. Even if that's so interesting. I mean, it's not different than like something that happens naturally in just a conversation where someone is like not listening or trying to find a way to like make their own point. But like that the technology and discourse would be based around this is like crazy sauce to me.
Yo, it is insane.
And then now you're like, wait, insane. What did they stitch from my original thing? And just like, do you then have to go back and then like re-stitch your original argument, or are you just now like talking to the stitched?
You can.
Yeah, it's like you can't. And again, it's like because these videos are designed to go far and wide and gain traction and go viral, you can't even be sure that the viewer is ever going to see what the original thing was about, despite the fact that it might live on the platform 100%. In a place that they could like touch. It's wild.
It is wild. So like, it's insane how people can't, like not out of body, but like take a third person perspective, like step out of your shoe, literally on both sides. Like think about it for 2 seconds instead of me as you're kind of posting about it. Literally step back. Like, what did he say? What am I going to say? Is this going to be correct? Or do I need to stop it by being too emotional, etc.? People can't do that nowadays. And I'm talking to kids, Sean. That's what it is too. It's not like grown adults or some shit, because the app is particularly very young. So it's just a whole bunch of small kids, not small kids. I'm saying like a kid like in their mid-20s ish, younger maybe, or like just hitting 30. Oh my God, I sound salty now, don't I?
No, man. I mean, and it's perspective, right? Like, you're talking to people that are like, a different generation, or at the margins of the generation that you're in. Like I said, like it blows my mind that like forever I'm gonna be considered a millennial, but I do not feel like one.
Yeah,
But because of
correct.
like how those like generational bands are like situated, like that's my lot in life. But like but I'm telling you right now, like if millennials live on TikTok, I live the town over, man. Like I'm not
Yeah,
there.
same. But like so here's my fault too. It's part my fault. I like to start shit, and you know this. I do. I just if it's fun and I can see like a dag in there, I will just keep digging, bro. Like I will. And I need to kind of just ease up on it a little bit more. Sometimes it's too fun. I can't help myself, and I get it. But I think people realize that about me now, especially for the people that do kind of consume my content on a regular. I'm not this way most of the time, but for the times that I am, it's quite fun, But people have to understand that that's where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to throw stuff at them just because I can. Sometimes I do, but in a loving way, in a very petty response. If they can be petty back, I see that as a win. And we understand that we're both being petty. Yo, all day, But I guess I've yet to find. I've only found like maybe several people out of the whole slew of folks that kind of live in that platform. And also like the cooking TikTok space. It's how do I explain it? I'm trying to explain to you like because I know you don't do the content. If let's say you're a tech like kind of person, you're a tech talk. You're in tech talk. You just put the talk behind it. The cooking space, the cook talk space, the top creators are all young kids, like 18 to 24 years old, and they're all doing stupid shit.
Yeah, food hacks and the like.
I can't do it. It angers me a little bit because it's wrong, right? Think of okay, one more perspective. Let's say a kid wants to come work for me in my ramen joint. Okay,
sure,
cool. Comes in and then starts blanching the pasta water or the noodle before service because that's how he was taught. Because then it will only take 30 seconds. I'm like, oh. No, where did you learn that? What? Oh, I saw it from Food Hacks or something. Instead of taking 3 minutes, it will only take 10 seconds because now we're just reheating. I was like, no, now you lost the texture of the noodles because you pre-blanched it. But it's so specific, right? Because this is ramen noodles. It's not like regular pasta, which is hardier. And that's kind of like where the fault lie. You can't do what you see on the internet in a professional setting without learning the actual steps first. So it's tough.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I mean, I what this reminds me of was this boom in like the late 90s or maybe like through the 90s and maybe into the early 2000s of like those yellow and black for dummies books.
Oh, yes.
That were like, essentially the same like shortcut life hack version to like any subject in which like, people who are like experts in the field were trying to be as like reductive about whatever process they were trying to like impart. And if people are only reading the hacks, then they don't have it's without the context. It's like you said, it's like, yes, if you're pre-blanching a noodle, right, you can save time, but what are you losing in the process? Like, why was this way before? And again, Correct. It doesn't mean that there isn't going to be some sort of like new happy medium, right? A new cooking technique, a new technology that kind of can cook things quicker and still maintain, quality, in the final product. But you need to have the context, and it's very, very interesting that you would say that. But again, I wonder, is it just like the nature of the platform? TikTok videos are shorter, they're designed to be watched on a phone and not on like a bigger screen, like like people are moving through them, like I I guess from the outside looking in, that would not be the place where I would be looking to get like any real expertise.
Correct.
You know, because it's like, well, how can you get into anything if the idea is that we're not going to spend a lot of time on it? And
Yeah.
you know, I know from my time in the culinary industry, you know, the context is everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? It's like context
100%.
is everything. Look, man, we got microwaves in every establishment, but there's a reason why you're not cooking everything in a microwave, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, can it make it hot quick? Yes, but
Yes.
what happens when you press that button?
See, this
What
is
happens?
why, and you're old enough to have a conversation about it, and that's the
I'm
greatest
old.
thing about
You
it.
don't have to say enough. I'm just old, man. Like, dude, man. Yeah, my birthday's coming in like a couple of days, and I'm feeling it. Like, I'm.
The bones
You
are
know,
starting to hurt.
It's gonna
I feel
sound. It's
you.
gonna sound really weird. It's like I hope this is not middle age. Like I feel like like man, like you know, I got a milestone birthday coming up, and
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I'm feeling a lot of different ways about it. You know, I'm feeling good, but also I'm like, damn, is this the halfway mark? Well, shit.
Well,
Shit.
just don't buy like
Anyway.
a Ferrari or
I don't
some
know.
kind
The
of
Ferrari,
dumb
man.
sports
Fuck
car or
that.
some bullshit like that.
Explicit tag on. Yeah, there will not be any Ferrari buying. Yeah, I feel like there were life choices that I could have made a long time ago to maybe make that a thing, but
Yeah.
that's not the path I decided to take. So I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying with the with the
goodness.
Nissan Life. I'm good.
Okay, so let's talk about getting old. Sean, I've been to the doctors quite a bit.
Okay.
Quite a slew of back and forths. To give you perspective, my foot has been acting up again. If you can remember, a couple years ago, my foot did the same thing. It was extreme pain. It blew up. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm going to say I'm in pretty good health too. You know, I exercise quite a bit. I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I keep the same weight pretty much for the past 10 years. I've been 250, 255, 245, literally in between that 10 pound kind of difference. But my foot again, I want to say a couple months ago, swelled up out of the blue. Just became like that. My right foot too, the same foot. So it became so painful I couldn't really walk on it. I had to bring out the crutches. I went to the doctors. They're like, do you have gout? I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't. I've been asked this
Dr.
question quite.
You.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, I got some in the trunk. What are you talking about, man?
Oh my goodness.
Do you have it? I don't know.
He goes, are you sure? Can we do some blood tests? I was like, yeah, sure. You know, whatever. We did the whole thing. They gave me some medication, and then it got better. And then about a week later, it started to come back in because I ran out of the medication, etc. Right? And I'm just like, it can't. No, I'm not doing it. I'm having now an existential crisis. So I go back to the doctors. I get his son. So it's like a family business. The son goes, wait, my father didn't give you gout medication? You have gout, you know. I'm looking at him straight in the eye, and I'm like, just the one eye, because I didn't want to focus on both. I'm like, say that one again. He's like, yeah, your levels when we took your blood test, your uric acid is right at that right where you usually have gout issues happen. And then he's looking, you know, at my charts and everything. It's like, you're fairly healthy, but just like it's gout. It happens, especially in your business. Because I told him I'm in a restaurant. Right. It's like people usually on their feet most of the time will get some form of gout. It doesn't matter what kind of health issues they are, but you know, obviously, if you injure something, which I have during basketball, my right foot and my right knee has been the prone of my injuries. Is like you're bound to get it. I was like, great. What do we do? Is like, well, now you're going to be on gout medicine. So, as of 3 weeks ago, I have gout. Mm-hmm. I call this this is my halfway point, Sean. This is I now have golf.
Mm-hmm. You're younger than me, man. It's not halfway for you. It's not halfway. Like we're not putting that on the books. Like that's why I was asking myself. I was like, I know how old I am. I was like, is this the halfway? I was like, this ain't it. This ain't it. We gonna run this up. We're gonna run it up.
I got more gray hair. Oh, by the way, the Rogaine has been helping a little bit. I don't know if you can see it.
Look at your locks, man.
Just a little.
Look at
it's
this.
Going in there a little bit. Okay, so the Rogaine's working. I got to keep at it. It's expensive though.
Look,
things
man.
like
look, I get trying to roll the clock back. That ain't gonna never be cheap. They don't let you get that one off for free.
I keep telling my wife, I was like, babe, it's just hair. It's okay. I will look like a basketball my entire life. It's fine. It's just a bald head. You know, she's like, no, not doing it. Like, okay, fine. So I got to keep using the Rogaine. But it's definitely working. I was very surprised. I wasn't particularly like, I didn't know how long it would take or if it were gonna work at all. But like, it's like, yeah, Rogaine really works. But you have to keep taking it. So
you gotta keep taking it, man. I mean, you know. Yeah. But like I said, the stuff that works, you don't pay for that, man.
Oh my goodness.
I remember, like coming up. And I didn't really like have like a teen like acne thing. Not that I remember at all, right? But I just remember like, they used to have commercials for like Clearasil on all the time.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That shit was readily accessible and very, 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 very easy to come across. But like then, depending on the channel you were watching, you could get some Proactive, right? And Proactive was the shit that like worked, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even in the commercials for like Clearasil, man, they'd be like, look, you got a pimple, rub this alcohol pad on your face and maybe something will happen. They wouldn't even show you. They wouldn't even show you what would happen. They're like, we can't guarantee shit. Like, wow. You're going to look the same as you did last week, but you're going to feel a little bit better about yourself. And that's what these $5 pads could do. But for those Proactive commercials, similar product, but like actually work, they're like, no, look, go get your parents' credit card. Go get it. This shit works. $50. This works. You got to pay for it, though. You got to pay for it.
Yeah.
You got to pay for it. So, Rogaine has been out here for
ages.
30, 40 years. That ain't a lie.
For a long time.
Hey, you want to roll the clock back, you going to pay for it.
But do I want to roll the clock back? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just hair. But my wife don't even run her fingers on my hair. I'm just saying, I'm the only one that's dealing with this.
That's because it was, look, you know what? Your wife love you. You know what I'm saying? This might be an offline conversation, but you could ask her the why. You know what I'm saying? If the why is because she didn't have any confidence that, was she gonna be raking? She picking up stuff.
No, her why is I would look like a basketball. That's what she keeps saying.
Okay, see,
and that's all it is.
Now, it'll a little less like that. You know what I'm saying? A little less like that. You'll be like a tennis ball.
I'll be like a tennis ball instead. Yeah. Oh my goodness! Tell you, man,
the real stuff they're gonna charge for, man. Shout out to all the products keeping people looking fresh. For you ladies, you hire hyaluronic acids. Yo, man, like, I'm sorry. Like, I would say, like, since I've been in the tech industry and my TV watching has been different. Like, I'm like home when TV is on, so I'm seeing commercials. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man.
And that's the thing. Wow.
These health and beauty commercials will have you feeling crazy. Like, they will literally bring out like someone like, all right, I'll use this example because I was talking to V about this, which is crazy. You know who Eva Longoria is?
Yes.
The actress. That lady's been beautiful her whole life, right?
Her whole life.
She is stunning now, right? But she's of an age in which like she can be used to market like beauty
for
and
like
health
older
products. Women. Yeah, to older women, and she's like, yeah, I use this hyaluronic acid and I just rub it on my face and I look great, and I'm just like, when, like you like you're stunning, you've been stunning. Yeah. Like maybe it's what you use, and maybe that's what someone else should use. But I need to see someone who wasn't stunning their whole life,
like a before after.
You want to show right? Like you can't be the before and the after. and the after before. Like
got you.
Work? You can't be both.
It must be
like
the
I know what
genes
you
too,
used.
though.
I know what you used to look like.
Yeah.
It's like you were TV fine. You were TV fine back in SD.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a handful of people like that too. Gabrielle Union, also in her like 45.
Right. And again, it
same
happens.
fucking
and,
skin
I know it's
from
just,
like
it's
her
part
20s.
Of the hustle.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
half genes, I think. Like I mean, you and I will.
It is.
Like our skins won't crack till like for like the longest time, but when it does, it's gonna go like that, right?
Sure, it's gonna flake off and fall into the ocean like tectonic plates.
But my wife, since she keeps saying, I was like, I have to keep this thing because I'm white. I'm like, it's not registering in me because I'm Asian, so it doesn't really matter. I do barely nothing to my skin and it's flawless. And she's like, and she's mad about it.
A rag and some soap and I swirl it around and
the
I go
bar
on about
soap,
my business.
Fucking
just
like
a bar, right?
into your face,
They don't gotta tell me it smells like like anything, right? And again, like, look, I'm not saying that I don't appreciate the lengths that people go to keep themselves looking and feeling good, because ultimately that's it, right? Like,
correct.
If you aren't gonna be good, you at least want to feel good, and if you don't look, whatever. I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but nonetheless, like you wanna feel good. You wanna feel good out there, and they sell products at reasonable prices for you to feel good. So that's what you should do. And to bring it full circle, man, you're on your gout medication. You know what I'm saying? Get the Rogaine popping.
Get the Rogaine popping.
Do what you can. Do what you can. That's all. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
And for everyone else, there's hyaluronic acid. Burning.
This just became like a long ad.
Opening them out and sealing in moisture with oil. Like it's processes, man.
No, I know. I could assume so, man. It's tough. I think one thing that will really kind of put a stab in it is like if I become allergic to one of my foods that I really like eating, and I think that's gonna be a big blow because I haven't been allergic to pretty much anything except for chocolate and really avert to dairy. But like imagine all of a sudden now I'm allergic to or extremely allergic to shellfish or to seafood.
Right.
That would break my heart because my diet literally for like the past almost 40 years it's half fish. I consume a lot of fish, and that would be sad. I might go through a little thing of just depression because I really love fish. I really do. But if I get some kind of sort of aversion to it, that would be it will obviously we'll recuperate and I'll work with it, but it would just suck. Period. Yeah. It sucks getting a little older, huh? I should say that. That's about it. I think this is the whole podcast is about.
It is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Every day provides opportunity. Every day provides some perspective.
Yeah.
And you just go from there. And hopefully you're able to share that with a willing audience. Whether that audience is your friends and family or, people with 30 seconds on TikTok or the people rocking with us for the last 40 minutes. It's all you.
Yo, good segue, Sean. I miss you. I now it's great.
I do.
Feel like we're back together again. It's been a while. I'm going to try to, I have to reschedule a whole bunch of things because so I'll give you a brief schedule of how I'm going to transpire my week. Thursday I get the order at the restaurant, so I'm gonna get the purveyors in there or whatever. Okay. I'm gonna work a little earlier Saturday, Sunday. Like instead of showing up at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'll be there like around 8:30 or 9. So I can start to stock whatever, etc. XYZ. And then Monday, obviously, I do my whole thing. I'm gonna leave here around 8:30. I'll get there right before 9. Open my thing. Have everything checked up, ready to go. I should be done about my business until I sell out. I don't know how that looks like, but like I'll say 4 or 5 p.m. And then I'll have a little time to just kind of decompress. And then Tuesday will be like my permanent day off. So Tuesday I'm going to be off. All the other days though, I'll be just kind of working and out hustling. Because, eventually I want this as my legacy. So.
Sure.
in the smallest way possible. Well, I guess what's your legacy, right? Kind of a thing. Am I gonna keep being petty on TikTok? Yes.
I feel like you don't have a choice in the matter. You've already done it, right? It exists out there to be stitched and restitched and stitched again and deep faked.
Deepfake. Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine? Shit. You just put my face on somebody like mad salty. I'm like, what the fuck? When the fuck did I say that?
Whose voice would you want to be matched to your face if you could choose?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Is okay.
Is that like the little sound like that kind of? I don't know what it is.
Wow.
I feel
okay.
I feel like
you're prepared. Okay. I was just throwing that out there. Okay.
Oh no, dude! I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go on Nicolas Cage." Or like, what's his face? He's been doing voiceovers for the longest time. He's old as hell now. God damn it, I can't think of it. Fisher, old guy. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. It's a very deep set. Darth Vader's original voice.
Oh, James Earl Jones.
Oh, yes. Earl Jones. Thank you. Not Fisher. I was just like, what the hell? Yes. That deep, commanding, kind of boomy voice. Oh, fuck yeah. So one of those two. Either the nasally guy or the deep voice.
Nice.
Do you have one for you?
I'm gonna make that happen now.
Okay.
Thank you.
How about for you, real quick, before we gotta go? Do you have one set for...
Well, who would I like? All right, give me Charles Martinet, and I know no one knows who that is, but Charles Martinet is the guy who does Super Mario's voice.
Okay. What?
Because that would just be ridiculous.
Yes, it would be.
But I guess if I am going to go with a real actor, who did I want to play or like deep voice?
Sound ass.
My voice. And it could be anyone. Damn.
Yeah. It's rough, huh?
Yeah,
I've been thinking about this quite a bit.
Folks who would be pretty cool to do it.
It's okay. We'll come back on the next episode.
We'll have decision. Yeah, I'm really now.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel it's either that or like an old like a young high school Japanese chick, like really high and hi, hello, how are you? Just kind of like uppy voice. I think that would throw people off.
Don Cheadle. I think Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. Okay, Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Okay. I see that.
I feel like
I see that.
He's got the range. Our voices are roughly in the same tenor, so it's not gonna be that crazy.
I'm going like just far out. Just give me.
I already said Charles Martinet.
Far left, far right.
Everyone do your homework. It's me, Mario.
The voice of Mario. Wow. Okay. For everybody else, though, I'll make sure Sean's links are down below. Other than that, I guess check out my ramen. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Are we allowed to promote V's stuff? Are we able to?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Before we wrap up, and I'm not doing my due diligence. So my very, very lovely and very, very talented and very, very hardworking wife has launched a clothing line called Neon Warwick. You can find that at neonwarwick.com. You can find that on Complex's recent guide of Black women's businesses. She's out here killing it, dropping really affordable and stylish athleisure wear and athletic wear. So check her out. And hey, buy something. You're gonna pay for our kids' college, so do that.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking
about. Hell yeah! So I'll make sure the link is down below, so you guys can check out the websites and support if you'd like to. We're not telling you to do it. I'm telling you to do it, but just
saying, hey, if you got a few dollars and you like
want to toss it our
designs for yourself, your mama, your auntie, your sister.
Hey, that's what's up.
You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
Your secret crush. You show up with some Neon Warwick. I can guarantee something's gonna happen. Maybe a restraining order, but whatever. You're gonna get a reaction. So
Nice.
live the life and check out Neon Warwick.
Heard. All right, people. Thank you so much. Check out the next one.
Peace out, internet.